Chris from MrBeast is changing, and some people are not liking it. So Chris recently announced that he is on hormone replacement therapy, and he says here that informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving, gender-affirming healthcare in a first world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies. And recently, there are people on Twitter posting about how much Chris has changed recently. And Chris responded here saying it's HRT and it's only been 2 months. So it looks like right now, Chris is now gender not conforming. And you can call him by any pronouns, whatever. And he made another tweet saying, I'm genuinely so glad so many people are learning what HRT is and how it can and has helped so many people because of my tweet. I was super nervous to be public about this because I've always been private when it comes to this. But seeing conversations started because of me is amazing. So Chris right now is getting overwhelming support from the community. But there are some people who don't like the way Chris had turned out. Like this person who says here, there goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak men times. Now Chris responded to this person here by saying, this is just more dog whistling that somehow trans and GNC folks aren't safe around kids. Tucker begs for me to come back when I leave for like 2 days to film. He is so loved and happy. Kids aren't born with hate. It's taught by people like you, and my child will only know love. When Chris says here that kids aren't born with hate but are taught by people like you, I truly agree with this statement because it's usually passed down by the parents, and kids aren't really born to hate but molded by their parents to be hateful. But he tweeted again saying, I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is every other person who puts the love of their child before everything. I made this decision because I want to show up as the best and happiest self for him. In a way, this is for Tucker. But still, people saying that Chris is a shadow of his former self is just wrong to me. I feel like Chris has evolved as a person, and he is doing what makes him happy and not what people want him to be. And Chris has every right to do so. But still, Chris is getting tons of hate for this from thousands of people. People are blaming Carl Jacobs for this and calling it the Carl effect, which is dumb as fuck to blame it on one person who in reality just gave him the courage to come out of the closet and really show who he truly is, which is inspiring to people and is something I truly admire. Being hateful about Chris transitioning is absolutely disgusting and unbelievably deplorable. If Chris wants to be happy, let him be. If Chris wants to be a better version of himself, let him be. Trying to stop someone from being happy is absolutely horrible. And if some people are wondering what's gonna happen to Chris's child, Tucker, well, he tweeted about it saying, if I didn't have this little nugget, I never had gotten this far. He taught me so much about myself in such a short time. I can't wait to learn through life together. So in conclusion, let Chris be Chris. We shouldn't try to control who he is behind the camera, and it shouldn't be up to the audience to make Chris what they want him to be. Chris is a human being after all, and he should be respected as such. If he wants to be happier, let him be. After all, we only have one life in this world, and for me personally, I'd rather live it as happily as possible than anything else. Well, that's it for the video, guys. I know my voice sounds like real shit right now, and this commentary is quite shit as well. I'd be happy if you drop a like and a sub. Anyways, see you in the next one. Peace.